Okay, we are live. Yep, we've gone live. It's recording right now. Today is May the 5th, Tuesday, 2020. All right. When I look at this date, Casey, when you get to my age, what is our age difference? 10 years, maybe?
I'm 49.
49, 50. Yeah, about 10 years difference. Yeah. I'm 59, coming 60, right? 10 year difference. Not much of a difference anyway. Yeah, when you get to my age, I think we tend to look back and we also look forward. Okay, look forward is, man, not much time left. That's looking forward. Not much time left. Where am I going from here? You know, how am I dying? If I look back, oh, what have I achieved? What I have not achieved? That was set. Hopefully, we use that to, or I use that to set a path going forward. So I was googling this morning, thinking of at least taking this session with some thoughts and a bit of guidance so we won't go astray. Even though we go astray, is okay. All right, to see what life is like. So I googled and I found a listing of very nice questions to ask. Some are social, some are emotion, some are great accomplishments, some are what happened if, let's say, the world doesn't have a god, what happened if there's a god, that kind of thing. Yeah, so I come to this personal section, and the first thing was, where is life headed? So then I was pondering. I said, gee, yeah, I'm 60 years old now. If I live to 85, 60, 70, 80, that means I have 25 years to go, hopefully. All right. I think 85 is a bit too long for me. 75, I'm happy. If I go at 75, yeah, I'm contented. So if, let's say, 75 is a true number, so I have what, 60, 70, 75, 15 more years to go. Well, very fast, Casey. 10 years go by very fast. All right. Yeah. Um, so what life do I want? It's not really what I want to acquire. Maybe knowledge, maybe, I don't know. If I don't think about it, all right, life will be normal tomorrow, right? Business as usual tomorrow. When we wake up, the routine and the routine and the routine and routine. And it is a routine that passes us by very fast, Like a
Yeah.
blink of the eyes is 15 years already, right? And then you know that's it, kaput, I'm done. I have to report to the pearly gates. So perhaps maybe a good time to talk about not just me, maybe you or a friend whom you know who have shared with you this topic, something to bounce off some ideas off the wall, and in hope that you and I can take something away from this discussion and start charting our life. It's more of direction setting. It's not
Yep.
necessary. It's not the bucket listing. Bucket listing is like, man, it's fun to do it before you go. But where are you really going? How am I using that next 15 years? Whether I want to be a useful person, whether I want to be a lazy bum, but the 15 years will come. How would you do it? What would you do? I mean, what would you do in the next maybe 20, 25 years for you? You know.
Okay. I must thank you for many things. Just now when you speak about getting old,
Right.
okay.
Hmm.
As much as you know, my dad just passed away.
Yeah.
Uh, I have
How old
never
was he?
January
How old was he?
86, I think. Yeah,
Wow.
86.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Now,
Wow.
I have never been afraid of getting old before in my life, before my dad lives with me.
Okay. All right.
When my dad lives with us,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so afraid of being old.
Right. Because you see it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Right. Absolutely.
inconvenience,
Right.
the,
Exactly. Exactly.
the
Yeah.
uselessness. I'm not saying my dad is useless.
No,
being
I
every
understand where you're
single
coming
part
from.
of
Right, I know, I know. Right,
and I love my dad. And when you say that part of it, right, it gives me my heart skip a bit. You know, like okay, I'm 49.
right.
It's my prime age now that I conquer the world now. You know,
Okay,
uh, yeah. I have 10 years, 60 still strong. Look at you, you know,
right,
still
right,
still can do a lot more.
right.
So I just spoke to my business mentor. I told you my Agora member. I'm a VP now in the Speakers Club, and I said, what I'm doing now, right, is to train myself to be a new me that I can train people, right? I can mentor real people
Okay,
when I'm 65. When I'm 65, people will pay me just because they want to listen to me. People,
okay,
yeah, people want my skill set in to train them to be a person I am, not I was. You see, so
okay.
so this is kind of thing of so that it's quite timely. Hated or hating, you know.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um. What do I want? The
right.
truth is, I want to be useful.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. That's good.
I remember those of my younger days, right, Michael?
Right,
You know me well enough. You always have a like. When after speaking to you, I believe you have a lot of moments like that. After I speak to you, you will turn
right.
your head and you smile and say, "Ah, yeah, Casey
Right.
gonna grow up." It's
Uh-huh.
a fact. I admit that. Not that I don't
Uh-huh.
admit that, Michael. I
Right,
admit that.
right,
I have full of dreams,
right. Okay. All right.
uncontrollable
Right.
dreams. You know, which I'm not ashamed of telling you that. Give me a second. I get rid of my hard disk in my computer first, so I can
Okay.
get more space, RAM, in speed.
All right.
So I have this uncontrollable dreams that I was younger that I want to change the world.
Serious. Okay. All right.
I want to save the fucking mankind. You know,
Okay. Superman, superhero.
only one thing I can't do or I don't want to do is I refuse to change.
Okay.
I want to change people. I'm good enough. You know,
Right. Okay.
this is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is the we always talk about what we want.
All right.
We never talk about the journey.
How you get there, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
That is one thing about how I realize I have grown up
Mm.
because I'm doing the journey now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are designers that talk about design specs. Okay. Everybody
Right.
that come out, I want to be a creative director.
Right.
No designers, no junior designers, no one fucking junior designers will say this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will do the journey now towards my creative director dream.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So to designers who listen now to
Right.
this video, right? Whoever
Right.
listen to this video, take the
Right.
journey. So that is the advice I will give, you see. So
Right.
it's where we are headed, right?
Right.
Okay. Or heading that we want to,
Right.
okay. Is the direction will be just, you know, you got to enjoy the journey.
Right. Right. You see, Casey, when I never, I don't know about you. I never have the aspiration as a design student to be a person of a director level, whether it's art director, creative director, or even owning my business. I never have that dream, you know.
Mm, mm,
Things just somehow fall in place in my creative path. You know, things
right.
just happen. It's never planned. I live life like a routine, you know. Oh,
Okay.
I'm very tired of this company. I don't think I fit in well. I don't like the MD. I don't like this. Whatever, 101 complaints I don't like. I want to switch. I want to change company. I want to look somewhere else. And I, you know, buy the Straits Times. Those days, no computer. You buy the Straits Times. You look at newspapers, you know. And but I was a bit selective. All right. I wasn't looking for a high position, but at least I'm looking at wanting to have a better pay job in a creative circle. So I look at appointments section of the Straits Times rather than the classified. Classified are the small ads. All right. Yeah, I think that that's better. Classified are the small ads, probably a small one-man agency
Yeah.
looking for, and they pay you peanuts. So I wasn't looking for that. I was looking at the appointments. Sometimes they take up the whole page with a lot of jobs on it, and then big long description. And that's how I skipped from one company to the next company to the next company. The title was there, but the title never scared me. I was never
Okay.
a director, and I applied for a creative director, and I got it. So somehow things fall into place. But it's never a position that I want when I graduated. Oh, I come out and I thought I know the world. I thought I'm controlling the world. But graphic designer is a very small speck on earth compared to some other professions in the world. So it is never occurred to me where I want to be in this creative circle. Things just fall into place as I jump from one place to the other, and it is always the previous place that has prepared me for the jump. Somehow it wasn't planned before. Now, if it's a plan, it's something that we talk about, and then we can preach that to our younger students, and our next generation of designers. Hey, when you want to chart your career,
Yeah.
make sure that your current job prepares you for the next jump. Not next job, but next jump. Jump means you go up, and then your next jump is preparing you for the next jump. Nobody taught me that. School never taught me that, but mine was just somehow, I don't know, I call it luck. Things just fall into place.
Michael, I
So
have
yeah.
one word for that.
Mhm.
Fate.
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps it's fate, luck. I don't know. I have my lobang or what you call. I have no idea. But yeah, it's true. Somehow it step one, it just keeps stepping up. So anyway, that is itself is a blessing lah.
Yeah.
I think the outcome is really a blessing. So where am I heading? I think I have I think I have enough in that creative circle. I'm taking things a bit easier these days. Not so serious. Uh, Been there, done it. That's all to it. It's no longer hungry for a position. I can do a small logo. I don't mind. I can do a big logo. I don't mind also.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for fame. I'm just doing it to kill time. I have 15 more years to go, right? Yeah. What am I going to do tomorrow? So anyway, uh, but talking about the personal journey, the personal life, career could be just, or what I like could be just part of it. Where am I heading? So if my life waking up tomorrow is the same today, and today is the same as yesterday, then pretty much I know where I'm heading to, right? Towards, so is it meaningful? Maybe, maybe not, you know. Um, so that is kind of maybe it's a time for that awakening. It's like, hey, what happened to Casey Neistat? Somehow his video popped up yesterday. I was doing some YouTubing, and then I realized after watching that video is in 2019.
Yeah.
June 2019. I thought it's like, oh, it's like yesterday, or and suddenly he gave up everything. I mean,
No,
and I don't follow this guy a lot. I know you
I
talk a lot
follow
about
him.
him.
I
Yeah,
tell you about him. He
right,
gave up his studio and his blogging, daily blogging.
right.
He had moved to a new career in LA.
Okay.
He's basically a consultant now, doing running with people startups or a technology company.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see, I see,
Uh,
I see. All right.
and
Okay.
he's still making money out of his YouTube because
Of course,
people
of
keep
course. So
watching.
long because it's there, you don't have to
Exactly.
take it down.
Yeah,
You
it's a
can take it
passive
down,
income
but he
for
live.
him.
Right. Right.
And once in a while, right, people will still send him what do you call that, gifts, especially
Product review
product.
lah. Product
Yeah.
review. Yeah. Yeah.
And there are two kind of that he's making. One is free product review. They give him products.
Right.
The other one is they pay him to do it. So he will say, this
Right.
is a paid review. Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. He will say this.
Yeah. I think at his caliber, he can be. I think he is. All right.
Yeah.
This next career that he's into, were his previous blogging.
Yeah.
His previous blogging has prepared him for greater success now. All right. He can be a invited paid speaker, all right, in a business forum. Uh, a lot of companies in US now, big companies like HP, Dell, Google, Apple, they invite people like that of various background. This is US lah. They think very wide to give a talk, like a 2 hour talk. It can be a guitarist, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
What Google believes is opening the mind in many areas. It's not just technology, but content is like, you know, is out there. So they Google has invited magicians to talk. All right. Google has invited the one of the partners of Pentagram to talk. All right. This guy called Michael Berut. All right. He's the leading designer of this century.
Yeah.
Uh, so Casey Neistat can be that kind of, talking in a business forum, invited to, he has a lot of talking opportunities, right? So that prepares him, to move on, right? So if we do not look at what we do now as a preparation for tomorrow, then chances are we are doing the same thing over and over again, over and over again. By the time, oh my gosh, it's 64 years old now, Mike. Next year is your last year, 75, 74 years. Next year is your last year. You say you want to live until 75. When I say I want to live until 75, it's like after 75, if I'm still alive, I'm not going to kill myself. It's like I'm not going to think about it anymore. That's what I meant.
Michael, I'll help you.
That's it. Right.
I'll put a pillow in your face.
Oh, to suffocate me. It makes no difference to me because inside is dead. I have no more aspiration. That when I say die, I mean no more aspiration to pursue further, right? Then I will start to live life every day, routine over and over from 75 onwards. Right? Correct.
I promise you, I will bring biscuits and Milo and talk out with you.
Yeah, you bring me that soft biscuit, not the hard one. I have probably no more tooth. All right.
I would chew and put in a spoon and I'll feed you.
Oh yeah, correct. Then when I cough blood, you be scared, boy. Yeah. So anyway, hey, time passed very fast, boy. I tell you.
I know.
Yeah. 75 from now to 75 is like, tell me what is 15 years, Casey? Nothing, right?
I can't tell you what is 15 years, but
Yeah,
I can tell you one.
Nothing.
I can tell you one thing. Okay, I have a full life. I'm not the greatest person in the world to live. When I say greatest, but I am the greatest person to live for myself.
Of course. All right.
You see now,
Yeah.
I have a full life in terms of the countries that I've traveled.
Right.
A lot.
Right.
The mountains I've climbed.
Right.
Not talking about Everest, but I climbed mountains before.
The experience of mountain climbing. Yeah.
Yes. And the sea that I swam, I took triathlons, the experiences I've been through, the friends I made all over the world, I have good friends that I can tell them, like yourself, I can share my life story with and we laugh about it.
Right.
I'm not judged, you see.
Right.
We share our secrets and stuff. So I have friends like that can call me and cry over the phone and say, okay, thank you, Casey. Thank you for the time. I cried enough. Okay. I don't even know what shit is happening, but I don't want to know. I'm just happy that I can be there for you to cry, for, for someone to hear you cry. Now, these are very, very precious moments. These are what I call I have a full life. Okay.
Mm, mm.
But what I want is more than myself.
Right, right.
It's I read a book about when I 25 years ago I read a designer who wrote a book. I can't remember his name. I lost the book. I
Right.
gave it to some junior designers, and that book tells me one thing. The last chapter, which I remember so well, he
Mm,
said that do not write a book until 25 years later.
mm. Right, right, right,
That line kept in my mind for so long. Only
right.
a few years ago, then I understand. Okay, because I read another book called The Big Magic, and this person says that, you know, if you ever want to write a book, ask yourself why,
Mm,
right?
mm.
And if your answer is I want to help people, then you say don't write.
Uh-huh.
Then I was like, then what's the point writing a book when you don't want to help? You don't want your book to help people.
Right.
Say, you say, go to the bookshop. You look at the self-help book corner. There are 2,000 books for you. Why do you write a book where everybody is trying to help everybody?
Right.
Then just write a book just because you want to help yourself. You want to remind yourself,
Mm, mm,
right?
mm,
These are
mm.
the books that really will inspire other people. It's never about helping other people.
Yeah, is what you call a biography lah. It's your own, just like a book of Mother Teresa, a book of Steve Jobs, a book of man. Yeah,
But it's,
but
but it's never about yourself
all these are
anymore.
dead people, Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these people are dead. Yeah,
True. Okay.
correct. Yeah,
So
right.
I mean, for good laugh, right? There are a lot of people who are alive that we are reading it too. It's just that we did not talk about them. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nobody
It's,
will read about them until they die, lah. That's always the case, right?
no, not true.
I mean, you look
I,
at
I, I,
LKY book, people are grabbing it because when he's alive, nobody buys it. When he died, people are grabbing it,
you,
right?
you are you are wrong in this case though.
Yeah.
LKY book is very popular even when he's alive. Everybody are desperate for his wisdom.
Uh,
But you see, we talk about hating, right? You know,
right. Uh-huh.
it is the
Right.
journey that it's not the end that I'm looking forward for anymore.
Yeah. But charting backwards, you put a destination and then you say, okay, this is how I'm going to get there.
Yeah,
In fact, the question is, where is my life headed, right? Where is my life headed? Pretty much describe the direction you have set. Of course, the direction comes with that journey, Right, yeah. But it's just a talking point. I don't have an answer. If that question is pointed at me, I don't have an answer for that. I say, but the answer I can give is like, if I were to live today like I have led my life yesterday, then that is not what I want, you know, to do today, you
yeah,
know. So because hey, 25 years comes and go and every day is the same. So if let's say tomorrow is really the last day of my 75, I'll be still like wake up in the morning, brush my teeth, waiting for 11 o'clock to talk to Casey, and after that do some work, and that's it. Midnight comes, I'm gone. You know, yeah. So what's the point, right? Yeah, correct, correct. Am I enriched maybe a bit, by talking to people? Food is the same. So I do not know whether that is really life going forward, right? So probably I'm still waiting for the awakening. Yeah, that's why coming back to Nicey, Casey Neistat, all right. I think it is, he didn't quite describe. And it is very hard to describe. Awakening has no timeline. It just come or it may not come. It may come 25 years ago or it may come 25 years later, all right. S- Something may have sparked him and says, hey, man, 18 years he has been in New York City, right, doing all this blogging. 18 years. And he looked back, he says, man, shit, I don't think this is what he wants. But of course, it has prepared him to go forward. All right. But
yeah,
what have sparked him to think that way, of closing it down? Yeah, I think it's a courage. He's successful, right? He's bringing in the money. He has no reason. He can add another year to it, right? Yeah. So is that awakening, that's why we talk about that awakening is so important because it really disrupt the life completely, right? So that is I don't know what was his awakening. He must have read something or watched something the night before or talk to someone and says, hey, like a session like this, hey, yeah, what am I going to do tomorrow, after this session, for example, right? What am I going to do different tomorrow, you know so that part of the awakening it's just awakening. It doesn't tell you where to go. It just hold you and shook you by the throat, and you choke a bit and say, oh gee, I didn't know I'm alive, I choke, right? Maybe we take things for granted, right, until somebody grab our neck and we choke. Yeah.
Now, Michael, you see, I also want to place this conversation and discussion, right, on in culture upbringing.
Okay. All
Now,
right.
Michael, you studied in America. You're inspired by Americans' culture, by the way they live, by the
Right.
attitude to live their life, to do things.
Right.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Singaporean, our culture here are never a culture where you fight for your aspiration.
Right.
No, I'm
Right.
sorry. Our
Right.
aspiration is follow the rules,
Mm.
listen to the government,
Right.
make your money, pay your CPF, you are safe.
Right.
You study hard. You don't study hard, you won't get a good job.
Right.
Job, no job, find a job, high paid job. This is how we brought up.
Right.
Parents will say you don't study hard, become a road sweeper.
Right.
In America, so what if I'm a road sweeper?
Correct. Uh,
As
uh-huh.
long as I can bring the money back, I have my dreams tomorrow.
Right.
You see, that's an American. You see, Casey and I said, when you say that pops up in terms of like, okay, what is next? Now,
Right.
he level up his game. He don't, Casey and I said is very special. He do not lower his game. He always, every step that he goes, right, from a
Right.
$10 per hour, he level up. He
Right.
level up. He level
Right.
up.
Right.
See, now when he get to he's like, he simply, okay, I can just blog every day, my whole life. I will get the followers more and more. I'll get to 5 million. I'll get to 10 million, and I'll get my money however you like it or not.
Right.
But why stops here? So
Right.
he level up. That's why he left.
Right.
But his awareness are also that it's also that I might fail.
Right.
Eventually, I'll just come back to my studio in New York City where I still have half the space.
Right. Right.
Huh?
Hey, his office is not too far from my previous office. It's like 8 blocks. 8 blocks is like, I mean, quite a long walk lah. All right, because he's quite near. He's quite near the downtown. That's where my
Right.
office is. Yeah.
Michael, having said that, right, I can't afford to say this type of things now in terms of affordability, in terms of money.
Right.
If there's one day, right, I can go New York City with you, just you and me, for a few days, for a week, and I want to travel the journey of your life there,
Right.
the cafes that you go, the places that you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to. I'm serious about that.
Mm-hmm.
That will,
A personal tour of my life lah. Yeah.
I wouldn't say personal too. I'm not interested in your life. I'm interested in the how you live
Yeah.
New York City.
A
You know?
day in the life of Mike Chen
Yeah, probably.
in 1983.
We,
That's the year I was
can
there.
we can buy our affordable bikes and bring it there just to cycle along the streets and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Uh-huh.
for
Right.
the sake of yeah, that will be something very unique and very nice. We can record our conversation 24/7 there too.
Right. Uh-huh.
Um,
Right.
and, no, I mean that is pretty interesting if you ask me.
Mm.
There are so many journeys that
You sponsor my tickets. I'll be there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope one day will come. Seriously, I
Uh-huh.
would love to if I can, Michael. If I have that kind of cash now,
Right.
I will do that right away.
Okay. You fly in your personal jet.
No. I won't be so silly. I'll take business class will be good enough for me.
No, go for economy.
You die on the economy.
Yeah.
4 hours, right? 12
Right.
hours flight, right?
No, more than that to US.
In.
No, more than that. Across the Pacific, depending on where you go, the big leg, the long leg is 18 hours already. Right. Then from here out is another transit. Normally it's two stops. Unless you're taking the one to Los Angeles, is flying by the 380. That one is about 18 hours, but it's only at San Francisco, not to New York City. New York City is like you need a stop in between. Yeah, that one all in all plus the waiting time is about 23-24 hours. So it's like a full day. All right. Yeah.
I remember I took to New York City before a few times. It's about 23 hours.
What
Stop at
airlines were you taking then? Yeah.
UA.
Oh, United Airlines. Okay. So it's a very early flight and come back very late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah,
Correct. Yeah. Because it
yeah,
is designed in US timing, you see. Yeah.
yeah.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
It's New York is still my one of my favorite cities.
Right.
Still,
Right.
uh,
Where
I
did you stay when you were in New York?
we 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 rented a Airbnb.
Oh, where at? Do you know roughly?
I can't remember. I think it's street. Uh, the gay street is Street 9, right?
It is downtown, probably north on the east side. Yeah, it's quite nice.
No,
Yeah, it's on the that means it's on the east side. Yeah, east
yeah,
side.
we
Yeah.
live 2 streets away from there.
Okay. The east side, north, south, east. Yeah, east side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the only regrets that I have is I do not have the courage to go into the peep show.
Oh, no,
I
those
should, I should,
are that one is in Times Square, right? You move further out. Yeah, Times
but
Square has
the Street 9, there's a lot of it too, you know?
correct. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. No, it is an experience. It's really an experience. Very nice.
yeah.
There's even live show, Casey. Yeah.
I'm not interested
My
in live
God.
show.
Oh my gosh, the live show is like so so many things happening. But the whole New York City is now cleaned up. These are thing of a past. The reason it came about is because after the World War, there's a lot of sailors, a lot of Navy
Mm-hmm.
people. Yeah,
Mm.
they find ways to entertain
Make it,
themselves, lah.
get
Right? Yeah.
money, so lah.
So yeah, so that becomes that the red light district.
Yeah,
Certain part is the Midtown Times Square is
got
was
it.
when you say Times Square, people think of the red light district. Right?
I
Yeah.
I'll tell you my first experience in Times Square. I when I love a place, right? Like I went to India, I'll
Right.
take a deep breath and I look one round and I tell my mind, I
Right.
must record this place. I record it. It's like a camera.
Right. Right.
Times Square, I did the same. I had
Right.
this culture shock about
Right.
Times Square,
Right.
and I have to say the movie has this integrity of Times Square. They shoot Times Square well enough.
The way it is. Yeah.
Yes, the way it is. So when
Correct.
I look around, it's like, oh my goodness, the police officer is standing there.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah. Very
and they are
typical.
real
Right.
officer.
Uh-huh.
They are good looking officer.
Right.
They sit and they lean against their car
Right.
casually.
Correct. Uh-huh.
Tourists go to them and take photos. They take pictures with them.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And and you see those funny rich cars that go down there.
Right. All kinds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can mod the car any way they want, that
Yeah.
the car. Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
they to show off, and then
Yeah. Uh-huh.
you have those what do you call that? Cosplayers that you take
Right.
photos with them, you have to pay them. You don't pay them, they'll whack you up.
Right. Correct. Then there are street hustler as well, you know. Yeah, those that play the three card Monty, they are out to cheat, right? Yeah, all kinds. Then there are street musicians, there are street painters, there are street dancers, right? It's colorful, I think
One
that.
of the trip we brought Evander there when he was
Right.
6 years old,
Right.
and we went to the Toys R Us, obviously, right?
Right.
I tell you, it's not that Evander that got high. I'm the one who got high in the Toys R Us. The whole Toys R Us is never about buying toys.
Right.
It's about
Right.
playing.
Right, right,
You
right.
get in, there is
Yeah,
this
yeah, 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 yeah.
store, there's this
Right,
Ferry wheels, there's this
right, right,
Spider-Man walking around.
right,
Everybody's
right.
about playing toys. The staff there are playing toys, you know.
Correct,
It's
correct.
never about buying.
Mhm.
That is the whole magic thing about Times Square, you know.
Yes.
The chocolate shop is never about buying chocolates. It's
Uh-huh.
about go there and eat all you want to,
Correct,
samples, no
correct,
problem.
correct,
I give it
correct,
to you.
correct, correct,
Eventually, you'll buy a lot.
correct,
That's
correct,
New York City to me. You see?
correct,
So, you
correct.
see,
Mm.
what is going on to the world today? Even when I speak, right, I feel ache about everything about Singapore is about selling.
Yeah, making the money. Yeah, correct.
Where is the experience of what when I speak of the my experiences in New York City of
Right,
Times Square,
right,
I suddenly realized that that is so passionate. That's
correct,
so different.
correct. Can feel the energy level spike up, isn't it?
And I don't feel that in Singapore. Where can you first tell me when you come to my restaurant, it's never about me selling to you. It's
Correct.
the food that I really want you to enjoy.
Right. Understand. Understand. Yeah. You know what, Casey? When I returned to SG in 1992. 1992. All right. I think you were in LaSalle in 1993, 94, maybe.
Your class is 93.
Your class is 93, right?
Your
With
class.
you.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I came 92. My first job is to teach in LaSalle. That was my very first job when I came back from US. But I have already gotten the job in New York. When I came back, I have already secured an interview opportunity with. I wrote to Bernard Tan,
Okay.
the interior design of
No, no.
LaSalle, where your school is, right? Yeah, he responded to my letter. Uh, and he said, "Oh, when you come back, come knock on my door," and I did. So anyway, the what I'm trying to get at is that since then, 1993, since then, or 1992, since then, SG from then until now, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, I do not know, right? You do the math. Nothing in SG has wowed me. It's like, oh, we have the MRT now. Well,
Yeah.
I was in the subway, right? Um, oh, we have the, I don't know, fast forward, we have the Marina Bay Sand now, the casino. Oh, nothing, I've been to bigger ones, right? Oh, we have the Garden by the Bay. Oh my gosh, I've been to a neighborhood garden. It's much better, nicer than the Garden by the Bay. Oh, we have the Esplanade now. Oh my gosh, I mean, so nothing up to date has wowed me. Nothing, Casey. Really nothing. Nothing has wowed me. Yeah. So it's like where I stopped in New York City in 1992, all right, is where I stopped. I have not seen anything bigger than that yet, right? Yeah. So SG has nothing compared to, it's just no comparison. I cannot compare anything, just beyond comparison.
Right,
Right.
right, right.
Yeah, correct. So again, the experience, the infrastructure, the way people live, the way people communicate, the way you are being served, or the way you serve people as well, it's very different, right? And you've been there what, 2 times, 3 times, right?
3 times, yeah.
Three
Remember.
times,
Yeah, about
right?
3 times.
Right,
Now, one of the things that doesn't change, I have to really say that, okay?
right,
Um, Somehow we still feel that Americans still very high up about themselves in services.
right.
You know,
Uh, uh,
we experience it firsthand in the services where Asians like us, right, will go and buy things or in the restaurant.
right,
They are never that friendly to us, even if we are the tourists. They are never that
right,
to us.
right.
But
Uh-huh,
when and another table is Americans or Australians or what, they will
right,
hey, how are you?
right,
Yeah, something
right.
like that.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, to
uh-huh,
us it's okay. What's your order? It
uh-huh,
may be the language barrier. I do not know. You
right.
know, like
Uh-huh,
but one thing I also realized that we were heading a ice cream store. ordering ice cream. You know, while the cashier wasn't very friendly to us, but
Right.
behind us, this man tapped on my shoulder.
Uh-huh.
You're from Singapore, you
Right.
know? Then I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh yeah, we are from Singapore. I miss it so much. When I hear you speak your English, I know you're from the place that I came back.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's embarrassing or it's comical. Or it's a combo of both, I think. Yeah.
But you see, that is like almost 10 years ago.
Right. Right. Uh-huh.
That is something where we call ourselves a Singaporean that we're proud of. We have an identity, and people enjoy it. And people, these are the, so I know of all the Americans friends I know, right, of Americans who have traveled out.
Right. Right.
Their
Right.
mindsets are very different from those
Yeah.
who have.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So these are
Yeah.
the two sets of people that are there, you see.
Correct.
But
Correct.
of course,
Yeah.
we face a lot of jokes out there in the terms of like, I'm so tired explaining to people about we are not from China,
Right.
because I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was right. Oh, you're from Singapore. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. Which part of China? So the
No,
person,
China is part of Singapore. China is a small city in Singapore.
so at one point I tried to explain them to them, but
Yeah.
come to that, there's like everybody come to me like,
Yeah.
which part of China?
Yeah.
That's,
I
oh yeah,
know.
yeah.
Casey, some American kids, all right, still think that Mexico is part of their land.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah. Of course it is.
Yeah. No, I thought it was divided by a wall now.
The high wall. Yeah.
It's I mean, we are not here to judge and things like that. You know, it's a conversation of talk talk sing song.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
it's a very good chat today. Really, another good chat
Right.
that we speak
Right.
about where we are heading. Right.
Right. Yeah. Something
And
to think about. Right. Right. Right.
I
So imagine if your tomorrow is the same as today. Just think of it that way. Yeah. What is right? I don't know.
I'm glad that I have a tomorrow to look forward for.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Of course.
See,
Right. Mm-hmm.
the video that you showed me on Casey Mindset, I've seen that video before last year. Before
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
followed him, you know.
Yeah. But I just want to pick on his brain. What triggers that, you see? That wake up, that awakening. What triggers that? There must be something that triggers it. Yeah. He go about talking, yeah. It's always an afterthought. Oh, I miss my kid, you know. But there must be a trigger, right? You know, that oh suddenly I miss my kid, you know. So that trigger thing is what I call the awakening.
Awakening.
You cannot plan forward, you know, and this awakening is so important because it helps us reflect back and look forward. I think that is, yeah, that was a topic I was trying to talk about, and
Yeah.
we went somewhere until I saw the YouTube from Casey last evening and say, oh yeah, gee, you know, yeah, I hope he has addressed in his blog what triggered that would be interesting. I mean, he go about talking about, oh, I miss my kid. Life shouldn't be that way, you know. Then it shows he's moving on, tearing down his, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
studio and all this. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, it's a good talk, Casey. Yeah. So in fact, the question is, you know, what is our day tomorrow? You know, right? All right. Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can you just say in the video, you know, if you are dead tomorrow, all your cameras are mine.
Man, I don't have a lot of cameras, man.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. All right. I'll say everything is yours,
Only
everything.
things, I don't want the
Everything.
responsibility of your family.
No, I have bills to pay. I have mortgage to settle.
No,
I
that's
have
not my
loans
problem.
to finish.
No.
Everything is yours. Anything financial is yours.
No.
You don't want financials, and now you don't want financials.
You have a good day, Michael.
Those are financial obligations, not financial benefits. All right, Casey. Take
Yeah.
care. All right.
Have a good day.